Doubler board is finished, and we'll test it and see if it works. Oh, good afternoon on a Sunday at 3:25 in the afternoon, YouTube. As you can see here in front of you, this is the doubler board. I did have to do a little rearranging on this. I had to move this capacitor over this way, I think a couple spaces, maybe one, I can't remember which it was, to get these all in there perfectly like I liked it. There's my 47K bleeder resistor, and I've got that raised off the board just a bit for heat dissipation purposes. And you'll see the wire coming in from this side is the AC that goes here, and there's one in the middle there that goes to the AC here, and they both go over to the AC terminals here. You can see marked AC. The minus rail for the DC goes out this way and comes out here. You can see there's the minus sign on here. I believe you can see that. The positive rail comes around here. It snakes around here. Don't ask me why, but it does. Well, actually, it does because of the where the resistor had to be. So, but it comes around here to the plus, and everything should be hunky-dory. You know how that works, though. So what I thought I would do is give her a quick test and see just how well it does work. Now, I'm not gonna go to all the trouble of showing the meter over there, because it's just a lot of trouble, and all I'm doing is basically pleasing myself, making sure this is working. But I'll call out the numbers when it comes up. So let me get set up for that, and I'll bring you back. Alright, I do have it all hooked up now, set up as it is. The Variac is hot. Well, it's not hot. It's on. How's that? See if I can get both in the shot here. There we go. A little bit back there. There you go. You can kind of see, I think, except for this, let me unhook this. It's not necessary for anything. Alright, now you can see both you'll be able to see the smoke rising up out of that's a joke. As it is right now, we're down to this is the Variac's down all the way. It's at 0.2. It says 0.4 on the meter, so that's a pretty good doubler. That's it. Let's go put it in. No, we're going to turn it up a little bit. Let's turn it up to there's 5 volts. I got 13.5 on the DC. That's pretty good. Let me go up to a little bit more. No current drawed. That's always a good sign. There's 20 volts. We got 54.7 on the DC side. I'm not going to go and do a big long test on this, because it's proved itself before. Like I say, I guess I could measure the bleeder resistor just to see what that's doing. I don't expect it to be anything out of the ordinary. No, 80 degrees. Definitely not hot. No heat from the, well, now the capacitors are 79. So there is a little heat there. Well, that one's 80. That's funny. 2 of them are 79, one of them's 80. Let's see if there's any more heat going off of this. No, it's 79. There's nothing there. Let me turn it up just a little bit to make sure. There's no current being drawn either, so let's go up to 100 volts DC. I like it the way it there you go, 100 volts on the nose. Check it again. 80. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. 80 degrees, 80.42. We'll go up a little higher. There's 150 volts on the DC side. The resistor is still at 80. Double check our capacitor, there's nothing there. So that is a good test, I think. That should work. Again, there's just a hair of current being drawn, as you can see. That would be 10 point something milliamps. I don't know exactly what it'd be. That meter cuts off at tenth of milliamps. So that's the way that works. Anywho, that's going to do that. I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to watch and see how fast this thing goes down. Oh yeah, that's nice. That works real nice. It's down all of the way now. So, you know, you can't complain about that. That works pretty darn good. And the resistor, not even warm. I mean, you can see I've got my finger on it. Believe me, I would not leave my finger on it if it was hot. It may be warm. I can't tell. Certain fingers, you know, mine don't have a lot of feeling in this hand. Nah, it's not even hot, not even warm. So that's good. Alright, like I say, I don't know if it'll be any different with the current draw or not, but it's neither here nor there. I just wanted to test it real quick, make sure it was going to be working pretty good, and it is. I really like it. I like it a lot. Now I still may have to cut off just a hair of this side here. There may be some interference with the cap holder straps, whatever. And if I do, you know, it's not a big deal because there's nothing over here. Let me show you the bottom. Well, let's see if I can unhook this, and then I can show you the bottom. Alright, now I can show you the bottom. You can see there's absolutely nothing over here that would be affected by that at all. So I think you can see that good, I hope. And I think that's a pretty decent looking little circuit there. Yeah, so that's good. And got the here's the size of our standoffs on the other one. I don't know if I showed you that. It's up pretty high, probably higher than it needs to be, but you know, it's not a big deal one way or the other. So that's the way that works. I have to go through the plate, and so that's going to make that draw down a little bit more, but I'm trying to think of a decent piece of plastic. I'd like to have another plastic piece like I've got this out of, but I don't know if I've got any more of this stuff left or not. Obviously that one's not going to work. But that's what we're gonna now. As I said, I don't know if I showed you this, but what I want to do here is when these guys, yeah, okay, these boards are laid out. Let me point you down a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. When these boards are here like this on the inside there, I'm going to put probably a little. I think it depends. I may have to even put up a whole nother piece of board here on the plate. It's going to depend a lot on the switch. That's why I haven't even thought nothing about putting it in. But there's going to be two of these on there, and one will hook up to the Variac, and the other one will be for the meter power. And that's the only thing they're going to be doing. And then they'll go on. They'll be permanently attached to the plate. So, like I said, when I take that plate off, then you know, it'll all I do is unhook those wires, and it can be worked on, done anything I need to do to it, which is really good. I've still got it sitting up here from last night. I haven't ever put it up yet, so that it's gonna look good, I think. Update on the switch. Last I heard, it was in Cincinnati. So not sure why it's in Cincinnati, but you know, they are telling me on the tracking that it will not be delivered until Thursday. Now I don't understand that. I've had things in Cincinnati before and got them the next day, unless they're just holding it back for the heck of it. Which wouldn't surprise me. I've seen them do that before too. But anyway, like I said, it's that's where it's at, what's going on with it, and So I'll get it when I get it, I guess, people. That's all I can tell you. So I'm hoping that they see the error of their ways and it changes drastically. So we'll see. Let me. I may bring you back one more time. I've got a couple more things, as in a couple more things I want to do. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, back with you again. It's 6:08 now. I just finished putting wires on the big cap. Those will connect to the circuit board. I made them plenty long. Obviously, I probably won't need them that long, but you know, I figured it'll be easier to work with them when they're long like that. And we'll put them right in the middle there or whatever, and this is basically what it's going to look like on this side, minus the switch, obviously. So see, there's plenty of room there. I've got to get that in the center. It's right there. Actually, it goes over towards that a little bit more, I think, but that's fine. That should do it. So it's got to go back up. That's where it's at. Yeah, right there. There's that other hole. So yeah, that should work. Trying to get that to stay on one side, but it won't do it. Oh well. Gee, you think that might be Bob? Don't know. Anyway, that's what that's going to look like, or how it's going to be wired, whatever you want to call it. That's a pretty good shot of it, I think. Like I say, when I do this, it's going to be mounted probably, I'm guessing, like that. Not that it matters, but that's probably where I'll put it, about right there, with the wires coming out like that. So, just a thought on how I'm going to do it. Now it's staying there. Okay, I guess I didn't have my mouth right or something. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Bob's sent another little text message. It's like 3 paragraphs long, so I'll have to read that in a bit. Alright, like I said, this is going to end this little roundabout here. I'll go ahead and post this, and you guys can have a look at it, see what it looks like to you. I think it'll work real nice. I gotta find some little eyelets for these screws here. I want to put them on with the eyelets, you know what I'm saying. So, you guys have a pleasant day. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you